Hello friend, I'll dictate 80 words per minute and more English shorthand dictation. You will get dictate passage in English and shorthand script also. Now ready for dictation. 10 second, 5 second, start. We considered recently a few points regarding shorthand writing, and it may be of interest if we now deal with those points in a little more detail. Stop. You may remember that our first point was that you as shorthand writers should not regard any sort of paper as good enough for shorthand notes. Stop. If the paper you use is of poor quality, you are making it less easy for yourself in your attempts to write at a higher rate. Stop. Your writing materials should always be of the very best quality, both in your school work and at the office. Stop. Also, you must train yourself to turn over a page very quickly. Stop. Otherwise, you will find that by the time you have turned the page, the reader will be too many words in front of you. Stop. It has been found that many shorthand writers fail to pass shorthand test simply because they have taken too long to turn over the page and so have lost several words. Stop. It is easy to understand this when you consider that when you are writing at the rate of 60 words a minute, you are writing 1 word a second. When you are writing at 120 words a minute, you are writing 2 words a second. Stop. It is quite clear, therefore, that you must not waste 5 or more of your valuable seconds on turning over a page. Stop. It must be turned without the waste of 1 second. Stop. Our next point was that the writer should develop light and easy touch, passing very quickly from one outline to the next and from the end of one line to the beginning of the next. Stop. We very often see shorthand writers in the early days of their training writing much too heavily. Stop. Every attempt should be made to overcome this, and it is never too soon to begin. You can find out in the following way whether you yourself are writing too heavily. When you have written a page of shorthand, turn to the back of the page and see whether any marks of your writing show through the paper. Stop. If they do, you will know that you are not writing lightly enough to get the best result. Stop. The notes of the good shorthand writer can never be seen on the back of the paper. Stop. The third point was that you should have a really good knowledge of the rules of the system and of the special short forms, as you cannot hope to build up a high rate of writing if you do not know the rules of the system. Full stop. The short forms, by the way, represent a large part of any matter which you are likely to be called upon to take down in shorthand, and it will be of great value to you if you can write them easily and quickly without trouble. Stop. Read and copy well-written shorthand. Stop. In this way, you will form in your mind pictures of the outlines for a great many words. When matter is read out to you, these pictures will come at once to your mind, and you will be able to put the outlines on to paper without loss of time. Stop. If when taking down there is a doubt in your mind as to what is the right outline for a word, write some things which represent the sound of the word. Afterwards, take step to find out what the outline should be and write it until you feel certain that you know it and will in future be able to write it quickly. Finally, never let yourself think of other things while you are taking shorthand notes. Stop. Think only of what you are writing at the end of a text. You should be able to give a short account of the subject matter without looking at your notes. Stop. If you cannot do this, it shows that you were not thinking of the sense of the matter while you are writing. Stop. The Englishman, it is widely believed, is always talking about the weather. Stop. It is probably true that the people of this country do talk about the weather more than is the case in some other countries, but that is merely because the English weather gives us more to talk about. We simply do not know from one day to the next what sort of weather we will get, and sometimes we really do not know from hour to hour. Stop. And so it has become a natural to us to talk about the weather, and when we meet a friend, we usually make some such remark as "what a lovely day," or perhaps "what weather," according to how we feel. Stop. Nor do most of us like most of the weather. Stop. It is either too warm or too cold. Stop. Total words 804. Dictate time 9 minutes 37 seconds. Average 85 per minute. Thank you for watching this video and took down the dictation at the time of running video. Give your suggestion in the comment box. If you wish, subscribe this channel, pressing bell icon like for next video notification.